Hello everybody, my name is X Factor, and I just got stuck back into Counter-Strike Go. First couple rounds I've played since late August, and this is the reason why. The great bait known as the R8 Mate. It's a pistol that I'm dubbing the poor man's AWP because it only costs you $850. And in normal matchmaking, you get 300 per kill. And it actually has a dual function to it. So you're going to notice my hand kind of behaving differently. As I right-click it, I actually cock the pistol. It's less accurate, but it's the rapid and instant fire. Because this weapon, the R8 Revolver, does have a wind-up if you left-click. But it's 99.9% accurate while strafing or sprinting with the left-click. And oh yeah, it will body shot you across the map, and it does not care if you have armor. So if you're playing casual or you're playing some matchmaking, why buy armor? Why not just buy this over and over with your flash and your smoke and your HE and just start having some fun? So it's insane. The only thing you have to account for is that small windup with your left click. And people were talking about it on Twitter and on Reddit, how this has become the wild, wild west. And they're absolutely right. If you guys did not get into the Overwatch beta, Overwatch is shutting down. It's not going to be back till January sometime. Don't worry. You can play McCree right now. Just pick up the R8. The economy's messed up. The armor pen is messed up. Everything is messed up about this weapon. The only thing that they did right is probably gave it 16 shots. I mean, part of me wants to say that Volvo is doing this ultimate troll as that guy gets banged out behind the stack in the head. Because basically this goes against every single building block that's in Counter-Strike, right? And there's a couple other things that happened in this patch that really messed up the gunplay. There is now some RNGesus gun sprays with basically your autos, your M4s, and your AKs. So those receive some crazy nerfs. And some of the pistols receive some nerfs because it used to be this thing where you could just spam and sprint around with your pistols, and they're pretty darn accurate, which kind of messed up the gunplay mechanics and the way they work against each other again. So it's pretty confusing for a game that's supposed to be about positioning and footwork. Right, these core mechanics. If you're strafing around, there's going to be this massive penalty. If you're in a full auto, do you know your tap, your double tap? Do you know your pulls? Do you know your sprays? Well, if you had your sprays memorized, good luck relearning them because RNGesus is in effect. And I've seen enough stuff on Reddit to make me kind of sick to my stomach, which makes me not miss this game whatsoever. So when I could, I did bust out the AWP. We streamed a couple of rounds, just casual, just to get a feel for the game again, and had quite a bit of fun. But more than likely, most of my deaths were caused by the R8. Probably 70+%, as we get the guy that was ecstatic that he got the set, probably looking long A there, and we come away with another casual clutch. Is that such a thing, casual clutch? So it was a lot of fun doing this. My question, though, is this a troll by Volvo? Or are they going to nerf this thing into oblivion once people dump a bunch of money into the market and skins? You know, only time is going to tell. But, you know, Wild West is correct. That's what it felt like. And because it's a mini AWP, a poor man's AWP, any peak could be an absolute deadly peak. And I see him, but I couldn't zoom in and hit the button behind Pretty Box there. So any peak is a deadly peak because it is one bang to the chest. It does not care if you have armor or if you got your little helmet to protect your little dome piece. It gives zero fucks. And there you see the controlled left click. So when you see my hand come up and cock the gun, that's a right click. That's the instant fire. That's the somewhat spammable one that's not as accurate. But even a couple of these shots that I pull off, I'm spamming right click where it shouldn't be accurate at all. And we're still doming people. And I believe they broke the math down so it's a 93 in the leg, which is still absolutely insane. So I'm a firm believer if there's a strength of a weapon, there needs to be some weaknesses to counter it. Each weapon should be played a little bit differently, like the majority of them are in CS. But this one, it rewards you for just full-out sprinting. And here's some right-click spam. See how my hand's going? And there's a left click, and there's some more right-click spam. That's nuts. So the left click is your very accurate one. There's a little bit of a wind-up, and the right click is that. So what do you guys think? Will this suck you back into CSGO? Will it push you away from CSGO? Let me know down below, and I'm going to leave you with the finest of counter-striking that we saw in the 4 or 5 rounds of casual that we played. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out.
Same spot.
No, he's not. He's on the bomb. How can this guy not hear him? Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.